Hi students, welcome to my channel Thoughts of Physics. In the video series of wave optics, in this class I am going to explain theory of interference and the conditions for constructive and destructive interference. So let us consider two light waves of same frequency and amplitude traveling in a medium in the same direction, same amplitude and same frequency. Whenever a wave is propagating through the medium, the particles of the medium execute simple harmonic motion. Already we have studied. Now, whenever the particles executing simple harmonic motion, the displacements of any particle in the medium due to these waves at any instant of time t is given by y1 is equal to a cos omega t. Generally, these displacements given by sine or cosine functions. So y1 is equal to a cos omega t and y2 is equal to a cos omega t plus pi. y1 is the displacement of a particle due to the first wave and y2 is the displacement of the particle of the medium due to the second wave, where omega is equal to 2 pi nu is the angular frequency of the waves and pi is the phase difference between the waves. According to the principle of superposition of the waves, the resultant displacement of the particle of the medium is equal to the vector sum of the displacements due to the individual waves. So you can take the resultant displacement y is equal to y1 plus y2. Now let us substitute the values of y1 and y2 from these two equations. So that is equal to y1 can be written as a cos omega t plus y2 equation is a cos omega t plus pi. We have substituted y1 and y2. From these two terms we can take a common. So now that is equal to a cos omega t plus pi. First we are writing this term here plus cos omega t. After taking a common, we are getting a cos omega t plus pi plus cos omega t. This is the resultant displacement y. That will be equation number 1. Next we know the formula of cos c plus cos d is equal to 2 cos c plus d by 2 into cos c minus d by 2. This is the formula of cos c plus cos d. Now equation number 1 also in the form of cos c plus cos d. Here c is omega t plus pi and d is omega t. Let us substitute this formula. Let us apply this formula for equation number 1. So from the first equation implies that resultant displacement y is equal to a cos c plus cos d, that is 2 cos c plus d by 2. That means 2 cos c plus d by 2. C is omega t plus pi and d is omega t. That is omega t plus pi plus omega t. C plus d by 2. Cos c plus d by 2 into cos c minus d by 2. C is omega t plus pi. Omega t plus pi minus omega t by 2. So we have applied cos c plus cos d formula. So that is equal to, it can be written as 2a cos omega t plus omega t can be written as 2 omega t plus pi by 2. So here omega t cancel, we will get cos pi by 2. This can be written as y is equal to 2a cos pi by 2. I am writing this term here, cos pi by 2 into cos of 2 omega t plus pi by 2. Let it be equation number 2. Now this is the resultant displacement of the particles of the medium due to the superposition of the two light waves. Y is equal to 2a cos pi by 2 cos of 2 omega t plus pi by 2. Here 2a cos pi by 2 is the resultant amplitude of the particle. Now the resultant amplitude is capital R is equal to 2a cos pi by 2. This 2a cos pi by 2 is the resultant amplitude. Capital R, it can be taken as capital R. Capital R is equal to 2a cos pi by 2. This is the resultant amplitude. Now let us obtain the conditions for constructive interference. For the constructive interference, the amplitude and intensity both should be maximum. The resultant amplitude R is maximum if pi is equal to 2n pi. Pi is equal to 2n pi, because for the values of pi, cos n pi is equal to plus or minus 1. That means for the values of pi, cos becomes 1 minus 1, like that. That means pi is equal to 2n pi means here 2n pi, if you substitute 2 get cancelled, it will give cos pi. It gives 1. Then whenever this value becomes 1, then R becomes 2a. When this value becomes minus 1, R becomes minus 2a. That means it gives maximum amplitude. So for maximum amplitude, that R is maximum means pi should be 2n pi, where n is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. From that, phase difference pi is equal, if you substitute n is equal to 0, 0, n is equal to 1 means 2 pi, n is equal to 2 means 4 pi, n is equal to 3 means 6 pi and so on. These are the phase difference values. For these phase difference, we will get the constructive interference. Now let us obtain the condition in terms of path difference. Already we know the condition, the relation between phase difference is equal to 2 pi by lambda into path difference. This lambda is wavelength. So from that, path difference is equal to lambda by 2 pi into phase difference. If you take the path difference is equal to, if you take this 2 pi by lambda this side, it gives lambda by 2 pi into phase difference. That is equal to lambda by 2 pi into phase difference. Already we have defined here 2n pi. So now let us substitute that 2n pi. So 2 pi cancel. That is equal to n lambda. Then path difference is equal to n lambda. That is, for the constructive interference, the phase difference should be 2n pi and path difference should be n lambda, where n is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. Now these are the conditions for constructive interference. So the conditions for constructive interference, the phase difference is equal to 2n pi, path difference is equal to n lambda, where n is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. From that you can say that the phase difference is even multiple of pi. This 2n can be taken as even, so phase difference is even multiple of pi. And the path difference is integral multiple of lambda. N may be any integral, that is integral multiple of lambda. Then n is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. So already we have discussed that the resultant displacement capital R is equal to 2a cos pi by 2. And in case of the constructive interference, the amplitude becomes maximum and intensity also becomes maximum. Then the maximum amplitude, here cos pi by 2 becomes 1 and the maximum amplitude R max, that is equal to 2a. And intensity also becomes maximum. And maximum intensity I max. Already we know that the intensity is directly proportional to the square of the amplitude. That I max is proportional to R max square. That is, the I max is directly proportional to 2a square. 2a is the maximum amplitude, square of the maximum amplitude. Then I max can be taken, it is directly proportional to 4a square. In case of constructive interference, amplitude becomes maximum, that is 2a, and intensity also becomes maximum, that is 4a square. Now let us obtain the conditions for destructive interference. For the destructive interference, the amplitude should be minimum and intensity also should be minimum. Now here already we have determined the resultant amplitude capital R is equal to 2a cos pi by 2. For the destructive interference, R should be minimum. Minimum value is 0. R should be 0 means this cos term will be 0 because 2a is constant. It does not become 0. This cos term should be 0. Cos value is 0 when it pi by 2. When it is pi by 2, cos pi by 2, cos 90 is 0. That means, that is, R is minimum if pi is equal to 2n plus 1 into pi. If you substitute 2n plus 1 into pi, then cos term will become 0 and amplitude becomes minimum. Now for this, pi is equal to 2n plus 1 into pi, the amplitude becomes minimum and destructive interference takes place. Here, n is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. Now this is the condition for the destructive interference in terms of phase difference. Let us find the condition in terms of path difference. We know that phase difference is equal to 2 pi by lambda into path difference. If you write this formula in terms of path difference is equal to lambda by 2 pi into phase difference. That is equal to lambda by 2 pi into phase difference. Already we have defined here 2n plus 1 into pi. Now here pi cancel. That is the path difference becomes 2n plus 1 into lambda by 2. So now path difference, the condition for the destructive interference is, path difference condition is 2n plus 1 into lambda by 2 and phase difference condition is 2n plus 1 into pi. These are the conditions for destructive interference. In terms of phase difference, it is 2n plus 1 into pi. In terms of path difference, it is 2n plus 1 into lambda by 2, where n is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. So for the destructive interference, the phase difference is odd multiple of pi. 2n plus 1 gives odd. That is odd multiple of pi. And the path difference is equal to odd multiple of lambda by 2. Now, in the destructive interference, the amplitude becomes minimum and intensity also becomes minimum. That is, the minimum amplitude A min is equal to 0. Because this cos pi by 2 term for this, it gives 0. Then 0 into 2a, that gives the minimum amplitude is 0. So the minimum amplitude A min is 0 and the minimum intensity also becomes minimum. Already we know that the minimum intensity is directly proportional to square of the amplitude. As amplitude is 0, intensity also becomes